Hi there, Phil Sowman from Accord Brokers. Today, or this week, we have sound, I hope. Last week wasn't too great. But I wanted to talk about how easy it is to get house insurance. So you've gone through the exercise, you've bought a house and now you have to insure it. So yes, you can go online, but I'll illustrate how we operated with a new person to our agency last week. So they'd bought a house, they'd found us online, they connected to us via email, we made contact with them, we got the details of the house, we sent them a quote, which is, reasonably straightforward, and arguably you could do this with any online insurance company. I think the big difference for this client was that in the middle of this they had access to my diary, so they could make an appointment to have a face-to-face. So we had a Zoom call, so this client was able to, if you like, meet me personally, get to know me a little bit, get to know about how we operate, what we're doing, and also clarify questions around how to insure the house, what value to put on it. Because that's where, by having a virtual coffee, if you like, and it's only maybe 10 minutes, although in this case it took a bit longer because we had mutual things in common that we could talk about. But there was that personal connection between him just applying for insurance and getting a policy document. And I think that's the difference between just simply going online and buying insurance, because you really don't have that personal connection. And at Accord Brokers, we pride ourselves on being able to use technology. In this case we used a Zoom call, but it could have been Skype, it could have been WhatsApp, it could have been any one of a number of visual communication tools we have today. And I think that's important when you're doing business around insuring your assets or insuring your life, your income. Yes, you can do all this stuff online, but it is so much more personable if you can also have a talk about it with someone. So we would encourage people that if you're online looking for insurance, and as I say, in this particular example, it was a client who was looking for house insurance, found us on the internet, made a connection, we were able to provide him with a quotation, we were also able to have an online interview and virtual coffee, as I said, to just discuss and make sure that things were done correctly. Like, he knew the implications of how insuring a house is in New Zealand today, whereas getting a value which is accurate and reasonable and is a fair reflection of the rebuild cost of your dwelling. Not simply perhaps taking the advice that his bank had given him, which was to take the purchase price and insure the house for 2/3 of the purchase price. Well, that might work in some cases, but as we know, values of the same house can vary through suburbs and a city. So there is no guarantee that rule of thumb, if you like, advice from the bank was going to be anywhere near good enough when it came to rebuilding a house in a situation where there'd been a significant or total loss situation. So we were able to talk through those issues, or point him in the right direction, give him access and tell him how to do a proper valuation, rebuild valuation for his property. So we were able to add that value just by simply having that face-to-face conversation. And sometimes, yes, computers will pop up and say, link here, do this, but quite often we don't respond to computers telling us we should do this or we should do this, or now go to section B, now go to section 3. You just want to get it done. So again, we are more than happy to discuss with you insurance questions by having a virtual meeting so that you get the right advice, because getting the wrong advice is generally only going to cost one person money, and that is the client. The person who's paying the money is the person who will pay where insurance is not done properly. So step back. Yes, we'll provide you with a quote online. You can do the applications online. That's all is taken care of. And I have very good support people who will help you through applications and clarify questions for you. But also, we are fully available to have a Zoom meeting to discuss any issues or questions, or just get clarification around the policy you're taking. So please take the time. We are available, and we can answer questions to make sure you get it right, because after all, it's your money paying for the premium. So that is my advice for the week, if you like. So thank you, and certainly message me if you want to discuss anything that I've discussed today or in any previous Facebook live presentation. Anyway, thank you and have a great day.